Welcome to a Martin Gardens update. We're going to be indoors this time because I have very little to show you. So these are the seedlings that we have going. These are the honeycomb hybrids that have started. It gets warmer a lot later in New Jersey than it does in Texas. Now this says 4th of July hybrid, which is, Beth, what you're growing now. But actually, I just used the label for these. This variety that I'm growing this year of the like smallish slicers, this one's called Early Treat. So that's kind of like my mid-range. And this one that says Bodacious Hybrid is, it's a sandwich size. It is a sandwich size, but it's actually an heirloom variety I got this time called Brandywine. And it's kind of pinkish looking, so that's going to be fun. I attempted this year to plant strawberries, and I did the, quote, stratification of them. I think that's what they called it anyway, where you freeze the seeds and then bury them afterwards and try to get them to germinate. Apparently there's a pretty poor germination rate online for these seeds, and I can see why. So far I haven't had a single sprout. But anyway, the next is the big red sweet pepper, which I should have planted a while ago. It's got a few of these now. And then I have poblano peppers, and I have a few sprouts of these as well. And then, more than I thought I would, we have a whole bunch of eggplant. And this is, I know, Beth, you said you were growing a Japanese variety this year. And I think that the one I'm growing is Japanese, or at least it's a very long, thin one. I'm going out to the garage so I can get my seed packets to show you. Oh, and I'll also show you the peas. While I'm in here, you can see them over there. These are the pea shoots that I've got going. They're already pretty tall. A couple of them did not germinate. Like that one over there is just a big old seed. I don't think it actually sprouted, but got plenty going of those. Ignore all of my absolute mess. So over here are the varieties of seeds that I've got so far. The poblano pepper, the big red sweet pepper, the Easy Sow alpine strawberries. The peas that I'm growing are sugar pods, so they're like snow peas. I love snow peas. Okay, and here's the eggplant. So it's called Early Long Purple. And I guess it doesn't say anything about it being Japanese. But it's a longish variety. I'm not the biggest fan of eggplant, but I know I can use it like in things. Oh, and here are the tomatoes. Got the honeycomb hybrid, longtime favorite. The Early Treat hybrid that makes like, I think like 4 ounce, 4 ounce tomatoes. And all the ones I got are indeterminate. And here are the Brandywine pink fruited. And I'm excited about that one. I guess it's not, for some reason I thought it was heirloom. Yeah, it's heirloom. So yeah. So I'm excited for all that. Later on today or tomorrow, depending on how things go, I'm going to be planting out. Let me go get them actually. I'll be planting out a melon. And I can't even tell you what kind of melon it is, like cantaloupe, honeydew, any melon like that, because I'm not familiar with it, but it is this. It is a Crenshaw melon, and it looks kind of like a cantaloupe from the picture, at least on the inside. Sweet oval-shaped melon with salmon-colored flesh. Grows up to 8 pounds, so it's about the right time of year in my season to plant melons. And also pumpkin, apparently. I can start planting pumpkin. These are the other things that I'm going to be growing. Let me turn the light on so you can see. So I'm going to be planting out squash and zucchini. So the guide that I'm using, which is the Old Farmer's Almanac, says that you're supposed to plant these just straight outdoors, but I've never done that. I've only ever done like from seedlings that I then transplanted outdoors. So I think I might just continue to do that, but we'll see. But these dark green zucchini looked really good. And I like the butterstick name, honestly. The names sometimes get me. I'm trying that. I'm going to attempt to grow lima beans this year because I really enjoy lima beans. They're really tasty. I also got some normal pole beans and some asparagus beans. And I don't know exactly where on the trellis thing outdoors that I'm going to plant all of these, but I'm not doing cucumber this year because I just never ended up using the cucumbers. They're not my favorite. I was going to try to get a mini variety, but I couldn't find them. And we're going to be growing a ton of okra. I believe this is the same variety as I got last year, Clemson Spineless. There weren't really any options as far as which kind to get, but freaking loved having the okra. And we have an air fryer this year, so that will be even easier to like air fry okra. I was intending last year to do pickled okra because I love that so much, but we ended up just frying it because for pickling you need all sorts of equipment that I don't have, and also having that much sodium is probably not a good idea for me. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to be growing. I will go outside and show you some of my favorite plants that come back every year. It's a gorgeous day out here, by the way. So all the crocuses have already died. Well, not died, but they've stopped flowering and they've gone dormant. But they did really well. You can still see the kind of spiky grass that they leave behind, the crocuses. So that's where you know there is a crocus planted, even if you can't see the flower on it. That's what that shows. Oh, why is my focus gone all weird? Anyway, I don't know what kind of tree this is. I probably should. I'm sure you know even. Excuse me, I knew I was gonna sneeze. This over here was where I had planted last year the marigolds, and I think I'll do the same thing again this year. I'm going to plant more plants, and I'm also going to, instead of just leaning this thing up against, I think I'll do some actual like twine around the tree, because that'll help things to actually help the flowers to actually grow up around the trees. The cherry tree has only just started to blossom. They are so pretty. Such pretty blossoms. And over here you can see by the mailbox there was just a ton of crocuses. These are all crocus fronds. It's not even grass, it's just, these were all where the crocuses were. And the thing that I really wanted to show you, besides the sinkhole that we have in our lawn now, this was where the tree was. Both this place and that place where the trees were a couple of years ago, they dug out the stumps and everything, so they dug them out, but the roots that were still down in the soil are, I guess, starting to decompose now. So the ground's gotten really soft and you can like step into it and it sinks quite significantly. So we're gonna have to fill the holes or something somehow. I tried to do that a little bit last year over there, but I'll show you in a minute. I did want to show you these, the hostas. So just like last week, I think they were just spiky green points sticking out of the ground, and now you can see they're actually leaves and they're coming up, and these plants are just some of my favorites because they're so soft. and they're so tender. You can like frush your hands through them, and they're just the nicest texture. I don't know how else to describe it. The mint bed has some like clots of grass that I should probably pull up. Oh, and some oak trees that are trying to be oak trees because we have so many acorns, even though we don't have any oak tree in our yard anymore. These are raspberries. I don't know if they're actually going to do anything. We planted those a few years ago, and I think they only ever fruit every other year, and I think we had one fruit last year, so I don't know. But this is the other area where there had been a tree, and when I harvested my potatoes last year, I dumped all the soil in this spot, and also we had dumped the compost, the municipal compost, here last year. But you can see, I hope you can see anyway, this spot in the driveway that has some cracks in it. I don't know if you can see quite the angle, but that spot is like a hump in the actual asphalt of the driveway, and that was because there had been a big root growing underneath. So this whole area being soft now, like I'm wearing slippers, but you can, I don't know if you can see, it's like the whole area is sinking. I don't know what effect that's going to have on that spot, whether the asphalt itself is going to sink down, or yeah, you can see it better from that angle. But so I don't really know what's going to happen with that, but we'll probably find out later. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go back inside. It's very bright. It's gorgeous though, and I took the day off today for no reason at all, which makes me very happy. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.